Buddy Dave Proud and Corey Macklin here at ringside, ready to go with all these folks for another big day of USWA Championship Wrestling. What a crowd, what a show. Two new champions today, new USWA Heavyweight Champion, and we'll be talking to a little bit later on, and new Tag Team Champions, too.
Yeah, indeed, and hey, both of them are going to be here today. The fabulous one, Jeff Jarrett, he's scheduled to be here. Coming up right here today on USWA Wrestling, PG-13. They say they're from the hood. We'll be seeing them right here today in the USWA, and to the expiration of time, you got the American Eagles going against the Dog Catchers. Right here today.
Ought to be a great match there. That expiration of time main event, which will be coming up a little bit later on. The Eagles going against the Dog Catchers, who will have Boss Paul in their corner, of course. We'll be back here in just a moment. Fabulous One will be along. You stay with us. The King, Jerry Lawler, going against Macho Man Randy Savage in action. Take a look at some highlights.
Takes him to the other side of the ring and slams the Macho Man. Oh, right into Frank Morrell goes the King. Randy Savage threw Lawler right into Morrell and into the turnbuckle. Oh, he missed it. Lawler comes out of there after Savage threw him in. Oh, Savage turning. Surprise for Savage. Sent the fire on the Macho Man. Oh, at the top of the right fist and knee. Oh, look out, Jerry. Savage got a chain over here. Oh, boy, he covers Lawler with that chain. Man, oh, man, did he bust Lawler with that right hand. That chain wrapped around the fist. 1, 2, 3. Is going to be the winner in there. Savage is the winner in 13 minutes and 10 seconds. And the Unified World Heavyweight Champion. Oh, look out. Here comes Jarrett. He raises the arm of Savage. And the chain falls out. And Frank Morrell has reversed the decision. What a great move from Frank. A fabulous one, Jeff Jarrett, and Jarrett and Savage going on now. Good kick from the fabulous one. Out on the floor, going after Randy Savage. Lawler and Jarrett. With Savage in. Double right hand from the King and the fabulous one. And there goes Macho Man Randy Savage. The Fabulous One, we're going to see in action here in just a moment. First, and as a way of introduction, the Fabulous One with another of his friends right now. Basketball great Kyle Macy. Yeah.
Well, we're here today in Georgetown, Kentucky, with a good friend of mine, and I'd have to say one of my childhood idols, because Kyle, now I know, don't get mad at me.
Make me feel old.
No, we're here in Georgetown at Kyle's basketball camp, and Kyle, I just want to thank you for inviting us up here today, and I'd just like to talk to you, and the fans, the wrestling fans. I don't know if they're basketball fans. I know there's some crossover, but you're a big household name here in the state of Kentucky, but and really, I guess, all across the nation. But Kyle, I'd just like for you to tell the fans a little bit about your career and how you all got started. I know your dad was a basketball coach.
Right. My dad really was responsible for my basketball career. When I was real young, he spent a lot of time with me, whether it was down in the basement playing or out in the backyard, or fortunately for me, being a basketball coach, I usually had access to a gymnasium so I could get in and work on my game. But he spent a lot of time with me working on the fundamentals of the game. And it really paid off. You know, I was able to play on the grade school team, junior high team, high school team. I was fortunate enough to be named Mr. Basketball in Indiana my senior year. Went to Purdue for a year and then transferred down here to Kentucky. And
the Big Blue. you were just talking about your basketball camps. Right here is official basketball from the Kyle Macy basketball camp. He holds it for 5 weeks, right, here in Georgetown?
Well, we have 2 weeks here in Georgetown of overnight camp where people can come in from ages 10 to 15, boys, and stay right on campus, and it's a full day of basketball every day for 5 days.
In a hot gym, nice hot gym that we're in right now. And then you got 3 weeks of
then we have day camps where local kids in Lexington, we go to Danville, Kentucky, and we go down to Pikeville, Kentucky in the mountain region, and they can come in for 3 hours in the morning or 3 hours in the afternoon. So
and every camper gets the ball?
Yeah, every camper gets a ball and a T-shirt, and we want to show this nice T-shirt.
That's right. Here we go. He's making me get the plug in. Here's the Kyle Macy basketball camp. Well, Kyle, you told me you were going to challenge me up here today, and you were known for free throw shooting, so I've been prepared and I've been practicing.
Well, I know you're fantastic in the ring, but let's see what you can do out in the court.
All righty. Here we go, 5 in a row.
Jeff, you really are fabulous.
I don't know, Kyle. I've seen you in game situations, and I've seen you on the free throw line.
For the line is 2 out of 3. 14 feet out straight away from Kyle Macy. Oh, my.
I wonder who we should name the most valuable in this game.
Macy now has 20 points.
Now that's fabulous.
Kyle Macy from the University of Kentucky and headed this way right now. There he is, the fabulous one, Jeff Jarrett. Jeff wearing the USWA heavyweight title around his waist. The new USWA heavyweight champion. He's got that belt in a tough-fought match just a few days ago as he regained it. C.D. Steele, the referee here today. Jeff's opponent is the Starfighter. 1 fall, 15-minute time limit match. And we are just about set to get underway. And what a great match to get things going today on USWA Championship Wrestling. We got more action coming, including Mike Anthony scheduled in action here today. Tony Falk has got a match scheduled. PG-13 a little bit later on. All the ones that Corey told you about earlier. Right now, here's the action, Corey.
Yeah, we're underway with it. The Starfighter just back in the ring. And we'll see how much fight the Starfighter's got in him today as he stands up against the fabulous one, Jeff Jarrett. Well, Jeff does it all in the game today, basketball, and so many fans are aware of Jarrett's basketball abilities. He played high school basketball, and Starfighter's almost about to get counted out over there. Trying to stay out of the way of Jeff Jarrett, but Jarrett played high school basketball and done great, Dave. And boy, he is just an all-around athlete.
He is an all-around athlete. Starfighter is not anxious for contact. He's been hanging back close to one corner or the other for most of the match.
Starfighter backs him up in the turnbuckle, and should be a break for the fabulous one. And Starfighter, yeah, like he was going to give it to him. Takes third and looks him to the other side. Oh! Goes in and catches the boot from Jeff Jarrett. Swing out to the Starfighter, and Starfighter hightails it out of there.
Well, Jeff said, hey, you want me to just hit him while I'm at it? Of course, the crowd said, yeah, let him have it. Well, Starfighter, when he saw Jeff pull that fist back, he scooted out of the ring quickly.
Yeah, Starfighter saw that right hand coming at him. And, boy, he got out of there.
You know, probably a wise move for Starfighter. DDT, says the crowd. Yeah, get your hands on him and put this one away. Crowd solidly behind the fabulous one, Jeff Jarrett. Standing wrist lock there.
Yeah, the Starfighter was telling referee C.D. Steele he's pulling my mask, and then he pulls Jeff Jarrett's head. Pulled him right by his hair and just yanked him to the mat. as the Starfighter. Jarrett shoulders down, and the Starfighter gets the 1 count out of it. Roll it out again, and only a 1 for the Starfighter. Man, cheering the fabulous 1 on. Oh, Starfighter again, that's twice. He's pulled his hair and yanked Jarrett down to the mat.
And you could see it. Great camera shot of exactly what happened there. Starfighter grabbed that handful of hair. Jeff had the standing wrist lock and the advantage, but you take that shortcut with a hair pulling, and you can end an advantage pretty quickly. That's what Starfighter did.
There he is, the fabulous 1, Jeff Jarrett. Hanging in there with the Starfighter. Starfighter's got his arm barred. Holding on to Jarrett. Oh! He went to pull Jeff's hair. Didn't work for the Starfighter, but those right hands are working for Jeff Jarrett. Backs the Starfighter up and into the road. Backs up on the Starfighter. Takes him down. Oh, reversal there. Was the fabulous 1 in. Jarrett comes out with a DDT. He hooks the Starfighter, holds him up. 1, 2, 3, that'll do it. That fabulous 1. Jeff Jarrett with a win over the Starfighter in there.
Well, the crowd was calling for it earlier, DDT, they said, and that is the way that Jeff finally ended up wrapping it up, and there wasn't much doubt. It was over when he got the DDT on the Starfighter. Jeff Jarrett gets the hand raised, and we'll have more from the USWA in just a moment. Randy Savage against the King, Jerry Lawler. Lawler getting the win after the chain was discovered, thanks to Jeff Jarrett pointing it out to the referee. Well, Savage is on his way back. He had some words, and I might as well not keep it a secret. He says he's going to have Vince McMahon in his corner when he gets here. Listen.
All you did was buy yourselves a little time down there. Tennessee justice at its best, yeah. Yeah. You made jackasses out of yourselves all around the world, yeah. You put Memphis, Tennessee, where the injustice happened, under a microscope. Now everybody knows how you do business down there, yeah. Everybody knows about the history that we have, yeah. Big-time history. And I whooped you right there in the Mid-South Coliseum. 1, 2, 3, yeah. And Jeff Jarrett comes down to ringside. And according to Vince McMahon and people all around the world, takes a chain and sticks it under my arm, and then the chain drops. And then that's where Tennessee justice kicks in. Bad to the bone with a heart of stone. That's what you guys are all about, aren't you? Yeah. Except for one thing. We called you on the carpet now. Made a big international incident, didn't we? Yeah, well, that's okay. You guys can say what you want about the situation. But this Monday night in Memphis, I'm not only going to be the new unified world wrestling champion, but I'm going to proclaim myself king of the hicks. Yeah, because I'm better than you are, Lawler, yeah. And the problem is that you know it, yeah. All your little politics down there, all your little stooges, that happen to protect you all these years, it's all come to a head. And now you're going to get found out, yeah. Litigation, you don't like litigation now, do you, boy? I'll tell you what now. Eyes in back of my head, I need them. I know that. I know that. That's what Vince McMahon, this Monday night, is going to walk down the aisle with me and be in my corner, yeah. At the Mid-South Coliseum. Now, how you like that, boy? Huh? How you like that? Lawler, you're nothing but garbage. You understand that? Tell you, macho style. I'm going to beat you this Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum, yeah. And around my waist, I'm going to have that unified world championship belt. And I'm going to proclaim myself king of the hicks. You don't like that now, do you, boy? But that's the way it is. And there's nothing that you can do about it, yeah. And I'm going to slap you, and I'm going to slap each and every one of you in that Mid-South Coliseum going down that aisle. Because that's just the way that it is. And I'm going to do it by giving you the Big Apple high side. The Macho Man is going to be Lawler this Monday night in Memphis for the belt. How do you like that, promoter Eddie Marlin? Dig it.
Well, joining me right here is Tony Falk. Tony has a word or two about Brian Christopher and his matches, huh?
That's right, Dave. I'm not going to take up much of your time, but Brian Christopher, you've been on my mind a lot lately. You know, it was a few weeks ago, I come out here and I told you I didn't want that job. You got all mad at me. I think you nothing but a spoiled punk. He's always running his mouth, Dave Brown. Yeah, about how great he is, how pretty he is, how all the women's crazy about him. But it's funny, you know, I'm known it for losing all these matches around here. I haven't exactly had a big winning streak. But I had Brian Christopher beat, and he had to have a woman's help. That's exactly right, Dave Brown. She had to interfere. You people know I had him beat last week, and she interfered in the match. So Brian Christopher bragging about it was nothing for him to beat Tony Falk.
All right, Brian.
What are you out here running your big fat mouth and saying, huh? Why are you telling these people all these lies, Tony Falk? It is a lie. You know good and well I never in my life have needed any help, and especially any help to beat you, Tony Falk. The day I need help beating you is the day I'll commit suicide. Not only can I beat you once, Tony Falk, but I can beat you 2, I can beat you 3 times in 5 minutes. That's how much better I am than you. So don't sit out here and tell all these fools in the house that I needed some help to beat you. Get real, Tony Falk.
You know good and well I could have won that match if she hadn't interfered and hit me in the back of the head. Like I said, you need to spend less time chasing women around and more time working out and sharpening your wrestling skills. That's what you need to do.
See, all these idiots at home might believe you, and all these idiots sitting over here might believe you. But I got a brain in my head, Tony Falk. I am an athlete. Do you understand me? You're nothing but a big beer drinker with a big beer gut. You're a nothing, Tony Falk. I would say you're a has-been. But Tony Falk, you're a never was. You're a loser, my friend. You're not an athlete. You're nothing, Tony Falk.
So that's what you think of me?
That's exactly what I know about you.
Well, let me tell you what I think of you. I think you're nothing but a big mouth punk that don't know what you're talking about. You can get in the ring right now.
Come on, Tony's got a match later on scheduled.
No. He wants a piece of me. You want some of me, Tony Falk? Well, not only am I about to humiliate you, but I'm about to end your wrestling career right now.
Well, there they go. They're in the ring. T.D.
You
Steele.
done made the mistake. I hit what?
T.D. Steele is out here. We got a referee. We can have an impromptu match, I guess.
Yeah, here we go. Christopher jumps him from behind and goes to work on Tony Falk. Brian Christopher and Tony Falk. Well, that's what we got here today, an unscheduled bout with Christopher jumping all over Tony Falk right now. Got his foot on him, choking him there.
Our right fist nails Tony beside the head after having that foot across his throat. Whoa, down to the mat goes Tony Falk.
Big close line from Christopher. He covers him one. And Brian Christopher, keep in mind, says he's going to beat Tony Falk not 1, not 2, but 3 times in 5 minutes, he said.
Well, we'll see. He's actually doing pretty well right now.
There he is, boy. There's the right hands on Falk. Christopher.
Tony upset about a previous match in which Tony Adams did nail him from behind. Tony Falk felt like he had Christopher beat at that point. But, man, Christopher is in control right now. Tony kicks out.
Yeah, 1 count, and Falk is up at 1. There's Tony Falk, and Tony trying to hang in there, but it's all Brian Christopher right now. As Christopher, of course, getting a jump start on Falk, jumping him from behind, and goes up to Tony Falk. Takes Falk now into the other side. And the turnbuckle and a hit from Christopher. Sends Tony Falk down. Brian Christopher comes out and cuts Tony Falk's interview short. Hello there, Falk. Stops the suplex from Christopher. Whoa. Suplex from Tony Falk.
Nice move. Great reversal by Tony Falk as he blocked Brian 3 times, and then he's the one that got the suplex.
Yeah, good-looking move from Falk. Whips Christopher into the turnbuckle. Oh, big boot from Brian Christopher. He sends Tony Falk down.
Tony went in there too quickly. He was a little too over-anxious. Brian Christopher immediately sees the opportunity. There's a cover again, but only count of 1. Tony Falk breaks out again. Brian Christopher's a little upset. He wanted T.D. Steele to count double time or triple time to get the 3 count in.
Shoulders from Brian Christopher. Takes Falk into the turnbuckle, goes Tony Falk. Christopher runs in after a running big shoulder right into Tony Falk. Right smack dab in the Falk, right in the midsection. Grabs Tony Falk out of there, and into the rope goes Falk. Boot from Tony Falk. There's Christopher up over the turnbuckle now as Falk. Boy, these two going at it.
Christopher got him in the eyes.
With Falk in the turnbuckle again. Runs in after the missile.
Whoa!
Tony gets out of there.
Christopher went in too quickly. He makes the mistake, and Tony Falk seizes the opportunity, going for a bulldog. Whoa!
Bulldogs Brian Christopher. Tony Falk looking pretty good right now. Oh, boy,
look out. Tony Adams rolls into the ring.
Yeah, TD's got a call for the bell. Had a pretty good buzz going here until Tony Adams showed up. Down and tackles Tony Falk by his legs and gets him down. Tony Falk is going to be the winner by this qualification with Tony Adams jumping in there.
But Brian Christopher continues the pressure, continues working on Tony Falk, and now look at this, he holds him up. Tony Adams,
just slapping Tony Falk. C.D. Steele has gone out to try to get some help for Tony in there, and he brings some help back too. Here comes Miss Texas. She tackles Tony Adams down, and all over Tony Adams and Miss Texas. Oh boy! Oh, Christopher grabs Miss Texas. There's a by hair. Backs her up in the rope there. He's got her in the rope. He's got Miss Texas tying the top 2 ropes over here.
oh, look out now. Tony Adams goes over, slaps Miss Texas. Oh, she's helpless, tied up in the ropes there.
Oh, that is ridiculous. Tony Adams slapping around Miss Texas with Miss Texas tied in the ropes over there. Well, Christopher beats up on Tony Falk. Here comes Mike Anthony out. Yeah, there goes Christopher and Adams.
And they leave. Thank goodness. Yeah, get them on out of here. We're going to get out of here, too. We've got more. We'll be back in just a moment. They've got her out of the ropes now. USWA Championship Wrestling here today. We're glad to have you with us, and don't forget, got a big football game coming up following us at 11:30. Tennessee against Arkansas. Hogs and the Volunteers going at it right here immediately following wrestling today. Got some action coming up at the Mid-South Coliseum Monday night, too. Get ready for it. 11:30 is when it all begins. Opening match of the night, Jeff Gaylord, the Missouri Tiger, will be going against Jim Dotson. Following that, you got Doug Gilbert. That's right, Doug Gilbert is going to be going against the Spellbinder. Following that, PG-13. They'll have Midget D with them. They're scheduled to go against the American Eagles. That should be a most interesting tag team match right there. Mixed tag match coming up. And boy, this one all of a sudden looks even more interesting as Brian Christopher and Tony Adams will both be in the ring going against Tony Falk and Miss Texas. So, you got the mixed tag team match maybe settled some of that action, which really didn't get settled too much here a few minutes ago once they had Miss Texas tied in the ropes. But Monday night, be there for that action. Grudge match coming up. Moondog's hair against the dog catcher's mask. No time limit, no disqualification. Moondog Spike and Mike Anthony, the USWA Tag Team Champions, will be going against the former champions, the dog catchers, with Paul Neighbors. Now, if you don't know what happened, I have to tell you that Moondog Cujo was not released by the doctors to wrestle in time for the match. Mike Anthony stepped up, and he and Moondog Spike indeed won the belts, and they are the tag team champions. But it's the Moondogs here against the masks of both of the dog catchers. Then, return USWA title match. The fabulous one. You saw him here earlier. You saw that he has that belt around his waist. But the guy who he won it from, Wildfire Tommy Rich, gets a return match. And that return match will be Monday night to decide the USWA heavyweight title. The unified title will be on the line again, too. Macho Man Randy Savage. He thought he had it won until it was revealed he had a chain under his arm. Referee reversed it, and the rightful winner of the match was, in fact, Jerry the King Lawler. He has the belt, but he'll put it back on the line against Randy Macho Man Savage Monday night at the Mid-South Coliseum. But look who Savage will have in his corner. We told you a little bit earlier, Vince McMahon is indeed scheduled to be there. Well, headed this way right now is the unified champion, the King, Jerry Lawler, crown in hand, belt in hand. All the fans want to say hi to him, so it takes him a minute to get here. But, yeah, shaking hands with the little guys there. As he comes around, King, congratulations on having the belt. We saw what happened, and I know you know that McMahon is going to be here in Savage's corner.
Well, that's right. You know, I don't know if congratulations are in order for hanging on to the belt the way I did. You know, I feel really fortunate the fact that who's that for?
Well, it's for you, because they saw what happened. They saw the chain and all that, and they think you in fact did win the match.
Well, you know, I told everybody that what I was going to do to the Macho Man. He had come out and run his mouth last week and almost as much today. And I told everybody I was going to burn all of that long hair and all of that long beard and all that stuff off his face. And I attempted to do it. And, you know, every now and then, I'll be perfectly honest with you, I'm just about as afraid of that fire as the people I throw it on. And so every now and then, my aim gets a little off, or either somebody moves a little quick, and I just didn't get him like I had hoped to get him. And, yeah, but hopefully I will, because he is coming back, and he is bringing some help. Now, he's bringing Vince McMahon, the voice of the World Wrestling Federation, the big shot from the Big Apple. Well, like I said last week, I am tickled to death that Vince McMahon is coming back to Memphis. You know, the last time he came to Memphis, he got out in front of all of the thousands of people at the Mid-South Coliseum, and boy, he made a speech that, I mean, I had never heard anything like it in my life. He said that when he checked into the hotel here in Memphis, that the hotel desk clerk told him, said, "Oh, Mr. McMahon, whatever you do, lock your doors at night, because we got a lot of crime here in Memphis. And don't venture out on the streets after dark, because we got a lot of crime here in Memphis and people that would want to mug you or take your money or rob you." He said, in New York City, they can sleep at night with their doors and windows open. Yeah, right, that's right. That they don't have any problems like that in New York City, and everybody is friendly and courteous in New York City. Well, let me tell you something, Vince McMahon. I've been to New York City. I've seen that rotten apple, and I know it for what it's worth. And believe me, I'm going to tell you this. Memphis, Tennessee has it all over New York City. And these people right here are the greatest wrestling fans in the world, and every wrestling fan that I've seen in New York City are the biggest bunch of low-life, stinking jerks that I have ever met in my life. And Vince McMahon, you're right at the top of the list. Now, I know you're coming down here, and you're going to be in the Macho Man's corner. Well, I'll tell you what, somebody said, hey, Vince McMahon is going to be in his corner. Well, you know, King, maybe you better get somebody to be in your corner. I got to thinking, you know, that's right. So what I've done, Vince McMahon, I've gone out and I've got somebody that I know that if you make one false move, this guy could tear you in half. This guy would slap the taste out of your mouth in a New York minute, Vince McMahon, and that's pretty fast. This guy would love to get his hands around your scrawny neck and squeeze it until your eyeballs pop out. I went and got somebody that I know could handle you, Vince McMahon, because I know you for what you really are. And I want to bring my corner man out here right now, if I could. He is the big, tough, big, bad, Town Bruno.
Now, that's what I think of you, Vince McMahon. That's how much I'm worried about you, Vince McMahon. That's how much I want you to be here in Memphis. And I just hope that you get within arm's reach of me, because there's nothing I would like better than to feed you a nice big Memphis, Tennessee knuckle sandwich. And I got one waiting right on the end of my arm for you. Bruno. Hello, Vince. Hello, Bruno. Tell these,
Hi, Thor. Hello, downtown.
tell these people what you think of Mr. Vince McMahon of the World Wrestling Federation.
Well, Vince McMahon walks around with his four-piece suit on. You know, he wears them weird suits. His vest got the collar on him and everything. You know what I'm talking about? Lapels on his vest. Just checking. Anyways, he walks around all uppity like he's somebody, like he's the king.
Nose up in the air. If it ever rains, he'll drown.
Drown, exactly. You know, when I go up to New York City with the World Wrestling Federation, everybody knows I'm up there quite a bit. Vince McMahon talks to me because I live in Wilds, Mississippi, because I live in the Memphis area, like I'm an idiot, like I'm a redneck, like I'm a piece of garbage, like I'm white trash. Well, Dave Brown, everybody knows that a long time ago, I lived in a place called Pennsylvania, Fort Duquesne Boulevard.
Pittsburgh.
Ooh, that's one of the most horrible places on God's green earth, I promise you that. But you know what? Everybody here knows that I got good sense, because I don't live in Pittsburgh. I live in Wilds, Mississippi. See, I had enough sense to get out of there while I was young. You know, Vince, New York City's even further north than Pittsburgh. So I think the further north you get, the dumber you get. And Vince McMahon, he's the #1 Yankee up there. And since Yankees are known to be stupid, Vince, you must be the stupidest man on the planet. Now, if you think you're going to come down to Memphis, Tennessee, to the Mid-South Coliseum, to the house that Lawler built, and you're going to do anything against the king of Memphis, the king of the USWA, the king of the World Wrestling Federation, the king of Memphis, you're wrong. And remember one thing, Vince McMahon, if you try to interfere in the match, I don't care who you are in the World Wrestling Federation, I don't care who you are up north, you're in our backyard now. So Vince McMahon, remember one thing, if you even think about, if you even get a notion to involve yourself in that match, if you even get a notion to touch a hair on the king's head, I promise you, I will hit you with so many rights, you'll be begging for a left. See, if you and me get into it, Vince McMahon, there's going to be 2 hits in that fight. Me hitting you, and you hitting the floor.
Don't talk as long as Macho Man did.
No, it's just like this. If Vince McMahon wonders why about all this, just let him remember. Because it's like Mama says, it bees that way sometimes.
They got it.
Monday night, Mid-South Coliseum. Macho Man, bring it on. Bring Vince McMahon. And me and Downtown Bruno are going to send you 2 jerks back to New York City, back to that rotten apple with your tails stuck between your legs.
Well, there's the word, and the equalizer for Vince McMahon revealed to be Downtown Bruno. I hate to do this, but McMahon has sent in an interview. King Bruno will listen to this, and if you want to respond later, feel free. Here he is from New York City, Vince McMahon.
Last week I told you what you could believe in. You could believe in death, you could believe in taxes, and you could believe in Randy Savage. Some of you did, for good reason. Randy Savage, last Monday night, became the unified champion. He beat Jerry Lawler, plain and simple. Then from there, Jerry Lawler, being the cheat that he is, he and Jeff Jarrett, and who knows who else. What a stunt to pull on one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, the Macho Man Randy Savage. What a stunt. Bringing that chain down to the ring, sticking it underneath the Macho Man's arm, and then pointing to the official as if the Macho Man had used it. Shame. Shame on you, Jeff Jarrett. Shame on you, Jerry Lawler. But thank goodness that there is a little bit of justice in Tennessee. Thank goodness that after threats of litigation, that someone listened You listened, Eddie Marlin. You did the only thing you could do. You hold the Unified Championship belt up. It won't be held up for long. Because come this Monday night, what you're going to see is Randy Savage returning to the Mid-South Coliseum. You're going to see Randy Savage accompanied by me, Vince McMahon. I'm going to be in his corner. It's obvious that the Macho Man needs eyes in the back of his head, and these eyes are going to be watching his back for your shenanigans, Jerry Lawler. Let me just say this, that when it comes to seeing things very, very clearly, this Monday night, everyone will see Randy Savage once again crowned the Unified Champion. And after you see that, you'll be seeing the Macho Man the same way that I do. In living macho-vism.
Well, McMahon will be in the corner of Randy Savage this week, downtown Bruno and Jerry Lawler's corner, and there's just been an announcement made to me that we just found out about. Eddie Marlin?
You know, I hate to rain on Jerry Lawler's parade. I just found out from the USWA board Thursday afternoon that the belt has been held up. Jerry Lawler is not the champion. The Macho Man's not the champion. The belt has been held up, so Lawler left the Coliseum, you know, with the belt. And I just found out Thursday evening. I didn't have time to...
Here's the king right here. Let's get a comment.
I just got the word from the USWA board Thursday afternoon, Jerry, and I tried to call you on the phone. I tried to get in touch with you, and I couldn't get in touch with you. But I need to take the belt, Jerry.
No, that's crazy. And why is the belt held up? Because Vince McMahon goes up there, and Macho Man goes back and tries to Vince McMahon, and then Vince McMahon, with all his big shot lawyers or something, going to put pressure on somebody to hold the belt up? That's not right.
That happened. Personally, I didn't hold it up. The USWA board held it up, and I had to follow their instructions, and I had to take the belt. I apologize.
That is not right. Is that right? That is not right, Eddie. I'm telling you.
I didn't say it was right, Lawler, but the board said to hold the belt up, and that's exactly what I had to do.
I'm just saying, you could tell from Vince McMahon's interview that the Macho Man went up there and told him all of this bull and about Jeffrey and saying that's not what happened.
No, that's not what happened.
USWA Tag Team Champions. The champions are one of the Moondogs, Spike, and not his partner, Cujo. Cujo was not released by the doctors to wrestle in time for the match. A substitute stepped in, Mike Anthony. And look what happened. Here's some highlights right here.
Anthony's got one of the dog catchers. The Moondogs with the other one. Anthony whips the dog catcher in. Oh, boy. Goes in and misses. And both of the dog catchers double team Moondog Spike over here. They got the Moondog, whoops him into the rope. Spike goes under. He's got that Moondog bone. Now the dog catcher, he's got him. 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes, 59 seconds. Richard Lee and Moondog Spike and Mike Anthony are the USWA Tag Team Champions.
Right here, Richard Lee with the USWA Tag Champion.
Dave Brown, you have to excuse me. I had to wear these glasses because something kept flashing in my eyes and blinding me. Oh, it's the tag team belts. Looky here, boys. Hey, too small. That looks familiar to you, brother. Well, let me tell you folks something. Whenever you have to go to a match, especially an important match like a championship match, and you have to have a replacement, it's a little strange. Your timing's off a little bit, and you have to have a partner that's going to stay in there and fight with you tooth and nail. And we found one, baby. We found him right here, Mike Anthony. That's right. Mike Anthony went out. He did his job. He helped us come back. We were victorious, baby, and we got the strap. Now, that's half of it. Paul Neighbors, there's one more thing we want, brother, and we want the mask off the face of the two ugly punks that you married. Well, Moondog, Spike, and me have no reservations about putting Spike there up because we're going to come up victorious, Paul Neighbors, and we're going to do it with the help of Mike Anthony. And he's a man, brother, that can do the job, and he's going to show you right now.
He's got a match right now. You're absolutely right. Mike Anthony heads to the ring. This is going to be a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match. The bounty hunter waits. Referee T.D. Steele says ring the bell, and here we go. Bounty hunter going against Tiger Mike Anthony. Bounty hunter. No, Anthony. All right, jab in there on Mike Anthony. Bounty hunter wrestles on a parts unknown. Tiger Mike Anthony comes in out of Seattle, Washington. Young man has made a lot of noise in the USWA. He can go. Nice hip toss from Anthony. That's what I'm talking about. Nice drop kick and arm drag. What a bounty hunter catches all of it in about 5 seconds in there, Dave. You're right, Mike Anthony looking mighty good. Moondog Spike and Richard Lee at ringside. Just sort of a show of support for Mike Anthony. Yeah, it is working too because Anthony was taking care of the bounty hunter. Flipped him over. Only one. Bounty hunter kicks out of it at one. Fans cheering on Tiger Mike Anthony. Anthony comes off the rope. Royal press on the bounty hunter. That's the bounty hunter off now. Flips him over. Knocks down on the leg, on the arm of the bounty hunter with that leg. Tiger Mike Anthony. Moondog Spike over there leading the cheers. Yeah, the Moondog bark. One half of the USWA Tag Champions is in the ring, Mike Anthony. And we've still got much more today on USWA Wrestling. PG-13 duet and the American Eagles against the Dog Catchers right here coming up today on USWA Championship Wrestling. Reverse neck breaker from the Tiger Mike Anthony. Bounty hunter holding the back of that neck. I'm sure it was snapped pretty good by Anthony. Richard Lee there cheering on Mike Anthony. Anthony climbs that top rope. Bounty hunter in the middle of the ring catches the press. Anthony sets him up into the rope. Oh, ooh, kick from the bounty hunter in there. Oh, look out. Paul Neighbors, Boss Paul, and the Dog Catchers jump Richard Lee here at ringside. Here comes Moondog Spike over to help. They've got Richard Lee down on the floor. They jumped him from behind. And now Paul has left the area. Here's Mike Anthony down to help, and there goes the Dog Catchers. The match continues. The referee was counting. Mike Anthony is back in the ring. Yeah, Paul Neighbors came out here and let the Dog Catchers, and he let him out of here, too. But they didn't get in the ring, so there was no disqualification because they were outside the ring all the way. The match continues. Mike Anthony puts him down to the mat. He got it. 1, 2, 3. Mike Anthony gets going. Paul Neighbors. Paul Neighbors again jumping Richard Lee down at ringside. The Dog Catchers out here. Moondog Spike, Mike Anthony coming down after him. Anthony's got one of the Dog Catchers. Moondog Spike's got Boss Paul, and there they go. Let's take a break, fans. We got more action coming up. Clyde Coleman and Tony Williams are in the ring right now, and we're just about set to go with this next match, PG-13, with Midget D in their corner. It's scheduled to be headed this way. There they come. Well, Corey, the crowd seems to be happier to see him than we are, you know? Yeah. They climb into the ring. Referee T.D. Steele is right there. He says, all right, warm-up jackets off. We're ready to go. We've been waiting for you. Where you been? The Midget out in the corner. Got that hubcap in hand.
Yeah, I don't know if the crowd is happy to see PG-13 or if they just like the song.
Like the music. Yeah, well, that's understandable, but PG-13 uses all kind of tactics we're not too happy to see in a wrestling ring. Referee says ring the bell, and here we go, Corey.
Yeah, Dave, we're underway with that, Ed. Take the ice.
and Tony Williams. Hey, look out for the little midget D over here at ringside. Better watch him. Like you said, he's got that hubcap over there with him. Big shoulder from Tony Williams. Jumps over J.C. Ice. Goes under him again. Comes back. Went to go under him. Kicks J.C. and whips him in. Hip toss. Boy, he threw J.C. Ice. And Wolfie D gets the same thing. Slams J.C. Look at Tony Williams work, boy. He goes to work on PG-13. And Wolfie D just got out of there quickly. That's J.C. Ice now. They're backed up and looked in by Coleman and Williams. Backed off from Clyde Coleman and Tony Williams. Clyde Coleman jumps on the ropes over there. Tries to get on the top rope, and J.C. Ice just threw him down hard. I don't know what Clyde had in mind over there, but whatever it was, it didn't work. We never saw what he had in mind because PG-13 I'm going out there. Clyde Coleman, look at that. Double black back suplex, and they take Clyde Coleman now. Oh, a PG-13 strut there from J.C. Ice out on the canvas of the ring. Line from Wolfie D. Covers, two. Clyde Coleman out.
Thought he had him, but only a 2 count.
Coleman kicked out of it at 2. But it looked like PG almost had to win in there early. They set Clyde Coleman up here now for something. J.C. comes off the rope. And Ice throws with the leg on Clyde Coleman. It picks up. Well, he gets up and breaks the cover.
Yep, he broke it. I don't know if he could have held him for a 3 count or not, but he might have been able to. He didn't even try. He broke it. Meanwhile, Tony Williams, watching from over in the corner, would love to get into the action. They're keeping Clyde Coleman in there.
Wolfie D comes down on Clyde Coleman.
Midget D is in the house, says J.C. Ice. Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, Midget D. Well, ringside with a Chicago Bulls hat on and sunglasses. Watching the match. He just hope he doesn't get in the ring in here today. J.C. Ice whips Clyde Coleman in. Elbow from J.C. Goes over and nails Tony Williams.
Tony Williams is coming in there after him. The referee sends him back out, or is trying to get him back outside. Meanwhile, Wolfie D, speaking of the hubcap, look at that.
J.C. comes off the top rope with it. Nails Clyde Coleman. He busts him with that hubcap. 1, 2, 3. And PG-13 gets the win with use of the hubcap in there. Nails Clyde Coleman and gets the 1, 2, 3.
Now look at this. They continue to work on Clyde Coleman.
Oh, boy. They grab the little Midget D and throw him down on Clyde. A little more aggravation in there.
The Midget D splash. There they go. PG-13 with a victory. We'll be back in a moment. USWA.
Yeah, Dave, it begins in Oxford, Mississippi. Tad Smith Coliseum coming up Thursday, October 21st in Oxford there at the Coliseum. Down at Ole Miss University. Jerry the King Law is going to be there. Hey, look at that. Daunt the Clown is on the card as well in Oxford, Mississippi. Shawn Michaels and more all lined up for Oxford, Mississippi. That's coming up Thursday, October 21st. Want to write that one down and be at Tad Smith Coliseum. Friday, October 22nd. Hey, Bolivar, Tennessee is going to be another big night of wrestling action. Bolivar Central High School, 8 o'clock bell time. The fabulous one, Jeff Jarrett. Daunt the Clown, Shawn Michaels, all in Bolivar, Tennessee. Coming up Friday, October 27th. Special WWF and USWA feature coming up in Bolivar. Saturday, October 23rd. Jonesboro, Arkansas, WWF versus USWA, and an October shootout coming up in Jonesboro, Earl Bell Community Center on Church Street. That's Saturday, October 23rd in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Thursday, October 28th, Martin, Tennessee. UT Martin, Super Night of Wrestling, special match with the Tennessee Dream Maker, all lined up there in Martin, Tennessee. USWA All-Star card lined up in Martin and Jackson, Tennessee. Friday, October 29th in Jackson at the Civic Arena. USWA Talk Stars in Jackson, and coming soon, USWA Wrestling, Blytheville, Arkansas, Orlando, Mississippi, and Forest City, Arkansas. That's USWA on tour.
And right here, I have the USWA heavyweight champion, the fabulous one, Jeff Jarrett.
Well, thank you, Dave. A lot of things going on. I know we're running behind time this morning. I'd like to mention next week, not this week, but next week, USWA is going on tour. It seems like some of the WWF guys are coming in. Up in Bolivar, sponsored by the JCs. Tickets are on sale at Richard's Barbecue. My good friend Richard up there. Then we got Oxford, Mississippi, sponsored by the Lions Club. Looking forward to a big card there in Jonesboro. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday night. So an all-star card. I'm really looking forward to it. But Monday night, Tommy Rich, the big rematch. That's right. The one and only return match, Tommy Rich. And don't we have some comments from him?
We do. You want to hear him right
I wanna
now?
hear them.
Let's play that interview. Here's Tommy Rich.
If this ain't a well-planned conspiracy, and I bet every one of you dang people's in cahoots with them, too. You know, the first thing anybody told me tonight was when I got here is that I couldn't be on board from TV because of last Saturday. I didn't do nothing wrong, Eddie Marlin. I know what it is. You're scared I'm going to beat that little grandson of yours up. He hit me with a chain, Eddie Marlin. If that'd have been me, I'd have got disqualified. Y'all have gave him the belt, or you'd have held it up because of disqualification. Jeff Jarrett hits me. Jeff Jarrett hits me. And I'm not crying either. But he hits me. He gets the belt. He gets patted on the back. And I'm left out in the dark. Well, whether I'm not at TV Saturday or not, Jeff Jarrett, your doom is very short-coming. Monday night, I'm going to finish you off. Belt or not, I'm coming to get you, Jeff Jarrett.
Well, Dave, let Tommy Rich, that's right. Let Tommy Rich come on and get Jeff Jarrett. I just want to say something. One thing, Tommy. You know, after that match Monday night, Jerry Lawler came up to me and he said, Jeff, now you're finally learning. Yeah, I guess I was a slow learner. But Tommy Rich, I'm going to fight fire with fire, chain for chain, it doesn't matter. Because I'm holding on to this belt Monday night, and that's a promise, boy.
Return match coming up. We'll be back here. Meanwhile, across the way, it's the American Eagles. This is going to be a great tag team match coming up here. As soon as the referee gives us a signal, we'll get going with it as USWA action continues.
Should be a good one here. Dog catchers and American Eagles going at it. Hey, look at there. American Eagle rolls up one of the dog catchers and, dog catcher says he grabbed my trunks in there and that's illegal, Ralph.
Start the complaints early. That seems to be part of the trend for the dog catchers.
Yeah. From the complaint department already. Nice arm drag from American Eagle.
Standing wrist lock. The Eagle broke it cleanly, and now what does the dog catcher start doing? Starts yelling, he pulled my mask.
Eagle says he didn't touch him. He just a good clean wrestling move from the American Eagle. Twisting that arm of the dog catcher. Dog catcher flips the Eagle over. Big boot from the American Eagle and just kind of kicks the dog catcher off. And the dog catcher is heading out to his partner. And here comes the other dog catcher. American Eagle gets a tag on his partner. What a fun team to watch, the American Eagle. Moves so good around the ring in there. They can wrestle. Can't shortchange these dog catchers either, and Boss Paul Neighbors in that corner. Dog catcher gets in the corner and gets a break. And the Eagle goes behind the dog catcher, rolls him up with his shoulders down, too. Dog catcher rolls out. Hooks his arm and takes the dog catcher down.
American Eagles wrestling to be in contention to go for the tag titles. The dog catchers, of course, not the champions now, but they have been the champions, and if the Eagles can get a win here today, their stock will rise in the eyes of the USWA committee as they look toward matches in the future.
Tag on the other Eagle. Comes off the middle rope down on the dog catcher, right on his left arm. Dog catcher tags his partner. He comes in and a nice hip toss from American Eagle. Takes him down quickly. And holding on with that headlock is the Eagle. American Eagle Eagles. The tag comes in. Headlock on the dog catcher. Tighten it up on him.
Boss Paul Neighbors down in the corner yelling and screaming something at the referee. I couldn't hear exactly what he was saying, but he was complaining about something, some perceived injustice.
Oh, I don't know what he's complaining about.
Who knows?
Heard him griping over there so much with all of that hoopla from Paul Neighbors. I don't really know what he's saying. He's been complaining when he first come out here. Eagle backed up by the dog catcher. Dog catcher whips him in. Trying to hook the Eagle. Eagle trying to reverse it on. Flips the dog catcher over.
Yeah.
He got him over with that move and takes the dog catcher down and attacks his partner.
You see that balance? The dog catcher had blocked him twice. He just kept going and finally ended up putting him on the mat. Tag made. Oh, yeah. Got him in the eyes there. Dog catcher's making exchange now.
Well, Paul Neighbors, what he's doing out there now, he's up on the apron. And he's telling referee T.D. Steele how to referee in there.
Yelling something about break the hold. I don't know exactly what he had in mind, but...
Oh, look at that. Eagle jumps over behind the dog catcher. And a hip toss takes the dog catcher down.
The momentum has shifted again, this time to the American Eagles, but big complaints of some kind. Paul Neighbors up on the ring apron. Both dog catchers are jawing in there. I don't know what it is, but what they have done, boy, momentum, of course, in most sports is a big factor, and what they have done is just break the momentum that the American Eagles had going here. Slow things down. Try to change the tempo. Get the match back in their corner.
The Eagle backed up into the corner now by the dog catcher. Dog catcher on a big forearm takes the American Eagle into the turnbuckle hard. Boy, he whipped him in there hard, and the Eagle.
That middle turnbuckle hit him in the small of the back, and the Eagle just bounced out of the corner. That had to hurt.
Yeah, it looked like it caught him right in that back spine there. The Eagle went completely down right after that. Dog catcher gets the tag. Comes in and nails the Eagle in the midsection. Dog catcher covers. Two American Eagle kicks up out of it. Kicks up and breaks the cover from the dog catcher.
Oh, without Neighbors interfering.
Yeah, Paul Neighbors over here. Boss Paul. Over choking the American Eagle over on the middle rope. The dog catcher. Over elbow and takes the Eagle down. Cover here, get him pinned. Two, and American Eagle kicks out of it.
American Eagle did that on his own. He was able to kick out and prevent that 3 count just at the last instant. Otherwise, they were losing this match. But he's still going.
Yeah, Eagle flipped down that time, though, out of the dog catcher. Dog catcher hooks the leg and gets the 2. American Eagle out. The American Eagles, well, he got a great wrestling ability, and it's hard to get him pinned down in there. And
there's Neighbors again.
Yeah, look at that. That kind of stuff will do it, though. It'll help the dog catchers out. Neighbors leading the dog catcher on and get out of the ring over here. Both Paul Neighbors is dog catchers, and the American Eagles tag team action right here today on USWA Championship Wrestling. Dog catcher goes in. Eagle gets out of the corner. He gets over and gets the tag on his partner.
Major mistake by the dog catcher.
Yeah, but great idea for the American Eagles. With the Eagle coming in, and it was a mistake for the dog catcher as the Eagle goes to work on both of them. Sets the dog catcher out. Suplexes him down and rolls over. 1, 2.
Oh, he just saved it.
I thought he had it.
At an instant. The American Eagles would have had a victory here, but the other dog catcher heard the count of 2 and broke it up just before the 3 count.
Yeah, I thought he had him that time, Dave. He just got out of it.
Neck breaker by the Eagle. A cover again. 1, 2. The other Eagle pops down. Oh, my goodness. You know what happened there? The Eagle just cost himself a victory here. I think that 3 count would have been down. Oh, PG-13 hits the ring.
Oh, yeah, along with a little Midget D over there. Ladies and about taking the dog catcher's mask? You want some mask? Take their mask off. I want to get the Eagles mask.
Oh, Paul, we're not going to do that.
Hey!
J.C. Ice is sure trying to get the Eagles mask off while Midget D works him over. Meanwhile, one of the dog catchers has the other Eagle over in the corner, and now Wolfie D comes over, goes to work along with Paul Neighbors on that mask. They're trying to unmask the American Eagles here today.
Yeah.
Here comes Richard Lee with the Moondog and Mike Anthony.
And Midget D is the first one out of there. And there goes both Paul and his dog catchers hightailing it out.
We got a free-for-all going. We're going to take a break and check the time.
Bob here with my frightening friend George, getting ready for Halloween. Crystal's getting ready too, with the Moonster Meal Combo. A deal so good it's scary. 4 Crystals, large fry, and a large Coke for $3.39. And with each meal, you get this Halloween moon pie for free. We're going to put on our Moonster masks now. Kids, why don't you leave the room? That's really scary. Ah! Head to Crystal for a Moonster Meal and a free moon pie.
If you're picky about what's done to your car and who does it, take it to Advanced Buckford Auto Service. With 3 locations in Memphis.
7:30 at the Mid-South Coliseum. The opener, Missouri Tiger Jeff Gaylord goes against Jim Dotson. Doug Gilbert will be back. He'll be going against the Spellbinder in a single match. PG-13, Midget D will be in the corner. I'm sure that hubcap will be along, too. They'll be going against the American Eagles, but they won't be able to jump them after the Eagles have already been involved in a match this time. Mixed tag team match comes up after that. Brian Christopher and Tony Adams going against the legend Tony Falk and Miss Texas, all 4 of them involved officially in this match. A grudge match coming up after that. You got the Moondog's hair, Moondog Spike I'm talking about, his partner Mike Anthony. They are the USWA Tag Team Champions. It's the Moondog's hair against the masks of the dog catchers. The dog catchers will have Paul Neighbors in their corner. Richard Lee will be in the corner of Moondog Spike and Mike Anthony. It's the mask against the hair. No time, no disqualification. Return USWA title match. The fabulous one, Jeff Jarrett. He has the belt. There is a return clause. Wildfire Tommy Rich gets his chance, maybe his only one, to take the belt from the fabulous one, Jeff Jarrett. Then, the unified title at stake. The King, Jerry Lawler. And a little bit earlier when I was telling you about this card, I thought that he was the champion. We all did, but then Eddie Marlin has made the announcement. The belt has been held up. It'll be the Macho Man, Randy Savage, Vince McMahon in his corner, and the King, Jerry Lawler, who announced here today he will have Downtown Bruno in his corner. The unified title will be at stake. It all happens Monday night beginning at 7:30 at the Mid-South Coliseum. Make your plans to be there. Make your plans to stay right here with us. We will be right back.
Land, I mean homes. There's a mystery afoot at Country Ford. All of our cars and trucks seem to be disappearing. How?
Elementary, my dear Gloria. It's because we sell them for such low prices.
The 93 Clean Sweep closeout continues. The 94s are on the way. We've got to make room.
Remember, there's no mystery to saving money on your next Ford. Simply come to Country Ford.
Where $100 says we'll beat your best deal.
Regardless. And now for a little music.
I'm a smoker. My co-workers aren't. So from 9 to 5, I chew Wrigley Spearmint Gum. That cool, clean taste is something everyone in the office can enjoy. So instead of smoking, I share my pure chewing satisfaction.
I smoke, but in the stadium, smoking's not allowed.
Man Savage, sometimes you like him, sometimes you don't want him around, and I'd just as soon he not be in town this week. But Lawler's not backing up from him. That match will occur, and the belt has been held up. It'll be at stake when that match occurs. We had great action here today. Yeah. We had an impromptu match, turned out to be a pretty good one, and then it ended up kind of getting all wild there at the end. Tony Falk out here for an interview. Brian Christopher came out, started insulting him, slapped him, ended up having an impromptu match right there. Then, of course, Tony Adams came in.
And almost another impromptu with Tony Adams and Miss Texas.
Yeah, they got into it, too. Other action here today, the fabulous one, Jeff Jarrett, looking mighty good as always. He's got a big match coming up, too, this week. Be looking for that one. Mike Anthony.
Looked good.
Mike Anthony really looking good. He's on a roll right now. That partnership with the Moondog and Richard Lee seems to be working out, as well as his singles career. We'll have a lot more USWA